most civilized people are out of touch with reality because they confuse the world as it is with the world as they think about it, and talk about it, and describe it. Now, of course, reality, from a philosopher's point of view, is a dangerous word. A philosopher will ask me, what do I mean by reality? Am I talking about the physical world of nature? Or am I talking about a spiritual world? Or what? And to that I have a very simple answer. When we talk about the material world, that is actually a philosophical concept. So in the same way, if I say that reality is spiritual, that's also a philosophical concept. And reality itself is not a concept. Reality is and we won't give it a name.
Weird how much that actually does feel like it relates to the game by pure chance. Freaky. I think. I'm not really sure what's going on in the game. Well, let's think about it for a second, because it's been 2 days. Started playing this 2 days ago. Got a couple of hours in the game, but I was really taking my time, so I'm probably very behind, and I worry about how long the game is. Because this game didn't even have voice acting when they first released it, which means it's probably really fucking long. That's one of the, one of the things that happens. The game itself, we play this man here, and you have this weird consciousness. Oh, right click does this as well. That's a lot more useful than clicking tab. I think I can play the whole thing with just the mouse, to be honest. Yeah, so we started playing this fucking thing, and it is really weird. I couldn't figure out where it's set. I don't think it's set on Earth, though. I think it's in an alternate, like, fucking... It's just in its own setting. But it's very, like, Eastern European. Look at this. This could be anywhere in Estonia. This is where Lux is, in this fucking building right now, watching the stream. I chose the what one was it? What was it called? The psychology one. Sensitive? Sensitive. That's what it was called. Because I kind of decided to play it as if I was 23-year-old Brad. I'm making all of the decisions based on what Brad at 23 would do. Thoughts on the game so far? Hey, guy. What do you think is happening right now? Yeah, so I clicked start and I didn't know what to expect. I don't know anything about this game. Also, don't spoil anything or backseat game. I'll figure it out. I want to experience it as organically as possible. Yeah, like you go through this weird waking up process, then you wake up and you don't... He's amnesic for some reason. Really doesn't remember anything about himself. You find out you're a policeman, you're a police officer, and you're here to investigate this body and some other stuff going on, I think. You have a couple of conversations with people. This guy joins you, he's your partner. And then the only thing we've really done to begin the investigation is look at this hanging body, which was hanging by a... we're in a kind of dystopian... There is some more future tech than we seem to have, but also it's kind of got this weird rundown look to everything, or cyberpunky sort of, whatever that's called, aesthetic to everything. He's strung up by a rope that is like weaved by metal. He's wearing some fucking like armor, pauldrons. What are they called again? Greaves, the things on the legs, sabatons. And he was probably put here by the harbor or something. And that's just kind of the overall. That's the game, and that's the plot that is placed in front of us. But it's not at all what I think the game is about. Immediately during the process of waking up, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? One thing about it that stood out to me instantly was the weird expressionist style, and it's freaking me out how good it is. I feel like it's an expressionism game. Expressionism in the artistic understanding of it. Both in everything. I would imagine probably even the music in this game is like that, but I really don't understand music enough, so it will probably go over my head, or in one ear and out the other. But I haven't really even heard any music. I think when we first came outside, there were like some horns and shit playing. It sounded like kind of that kind of style of music, but that's really all I noted at the time. I've got to maybe listen to it more. But the artwork that comes up, this stuff here, is fucking unbelievably good. I love it so much. It's just pure expressionist style, and it's so cool how the way that the game is presenting itself is the minutiae. It's the thoughts between the thoughts. It's the thoughts between the actions, and the thoughts between looking at something and coming to an answer. And it comes out, each of these things will talk to you. And I'm sure that these all have meanings, and I don't understand what a lot of these words even fucking mean. I don't know what esprit de corps is. I don't know what inland empire might mean, but I know what visual calculus is because I've worked that one out. That's when he was working out. He saw a smashed window and he was figuring out what smashed it. Empathy. Whenever he reads someone's thoughts, he can see how they're reacting, and derive from that like what is going on or whatever. Electrochemistry is his need to want to drink or take drugs or smoke and stuff like that. So it's really cool that these things are coming up as internal monologues, and they're also affecting the game. When I'm having to actively roll dice, because this is a dice-based game, it seems to be rolling 2d6 against certain stuff. There seems to be like opposed checks, as well as like just like intuitive checks or understanding checks and stuff like that, to gain answers based on everything, how people are looking at you, what they're thinking, how you're interpreting the landscape around you, the intelligence based on like the investigation itself. So there's like a separate game underneath all of this, and I'm guessing this is a detective game. It's just a weird one. The way that it's presented is just pure expressionism through whatever that moment is. And I'm really interested in that because I've never really thought about this before, which is crazy. I love it when I find stuff, because I'm quite old and I've watched a lot of stuff and I've read a lot of stuff and I've been in a lot of different things. So I love it when there's like really new concepts for me to like get my head around. I've never really given much thought to the fact that when we look at something and I come to an answer, I look at something and I go, okay, that's a blue dinosaur on the floor. It looks like a toy. It's either going to be a kid's toy or a dog toy. But there's a bit in between there. In between looking and seeing a blue dinosaur on the floor over there, and my brain going, oh yeah, that's probably a kid's toy or a dog toy. That bit in between is being explored by this game, and I find that very fun to see something really putting words to and personality and understanding towards that. So I'm a big fan so far of this entire game, but it's kind of activated in me this part of my personality that I don't very often share online because I find it to be art cunty. So it's annoying, but I kind of get into that side of my brain. Sometimes I'm secretly running D&D campaigns and I'm trying to present something else, and secretly it's about something else, and usually at the end of each of my campaigns I'll tell you what it was about. And the Mistlight fucking story is crazy in what the story is actually about. So you'll find that out when I fucking finish writing that book. But it reminds, one of the things that has caused me to just really take this game seriously rather than fuck. Sometimes I will just meme on a game for the sake of it because it's easier. It's easy watching. When someone is talking to you about, oh, you've got to see this new French director. Oh my God! Have you watched Francois Delacroix's new epic? Oh darling, you must watch it. Yes, he uses gasoline in the movie to represent a person's inner thoughts. Oh, it's so smart, and the color and the direction is just so on point. And unless you are a person who enjoys French cinema, you want to fucking kill yourself in that conversation. You'd rather kill yourself or the other person. Doesn't matter what, as long as one of you is fucking dead, rather than listen to them talk about it. And I don't find myself enjoying even myself having a conversation about or with people unless the other person is interested in the exact same thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. But it just so happens to be one of my favorite things. When I was younger, it's not something that I've really even been bothered about as an adult, is expressionism in art is my favorite movement. And I'm a huge fan of actual painted artwork from that era and a little bit afterwards, just around the First World War and a little after that, of people and artists that were going through that kind of movement. And I'm a huge fan of Kandinsky and Kazimir Malevich as well, and I really love that process. And this game has these portraits that are done by this particular artist who lives fucking near me, dude. I'm going to stalk the fuck out of him. I hope he has a gallery soon. I'm going to go to it. And I really love all of this artwork. And it activated this part of me that I've not really even entertained much in recent years, in that I love that kind of art and that process. So it's kind of cool, man. I'm also a little bit in my feelings lately, and I've been watching a couple of shows that I found myself, dude, a couple of times this week I've been like, oh, I'll put on some TV while I'm eating breakfast, and I looked at what I had to watch, and it was like Station 11, I was watching something else, and Bleach, and I was like, I guess I have to watch Bleach, because if I watch those other two things, they're gonna it's gonna activate this wrong side of my brain, this weird creative side of my brain that gets into looking at how things are composed and thinking about what the meaning behind why they had that happen there or why that person said that. And I have to kind of turn that off and sometimes turn it on. And I don't always want to be in that frame of mind before I start a stream, because I get too thoughty and too emotional and too, and really on my stream I just want to fuck around. I prefer to just be like, hey guys, hey, give 500 bits and I'll suck off a goat live. But this game is literally just activating all of that stuff in me. Anyway, I think I probably spent all of last stream gushing over that stuff. But I just wanted to, recap the fact that I do find that to be really interesting. I'll try and actually just play the game today. And actually progress the game, because I don't think I did anything last time. I was just like, whoa, look at that painting. Dude, I want this one, Inland Empire. I don't even know what it means. Can't wait to Google some of this shit afterwards. I don't know if the game invented the words Inland Empire or whether it just means empathy. It means something, and I've just never heard of it before, which is probably the case, because I'm not actually very academically minded. I'm not very smart. I didn't read a lot of academic books. I didn't go to school, though when I did go to school and I was interested in school, it was usually something like art and not really English or English lit. I have some small qualifications in those things, but I didn't really. None of it committed. I'm not good at the type of learning which school is, where they make you read an entire book and then regurgitate it at the end of the year. I'm not good at that kind of learning, and so school was very rough for me. So I have a point to spend, I guess, here. And maybe, I guess I should try and boost the lower stats. You watching The Last of Us? Yeah, man, that last one was really good, but I was saying this morning about that Last of Us episode. If you enjoyed that episode of The Last of Us, and you're like, wow, that was phenomenal. The way that moved me, it touched me, it made me cry, it made me feel... I cried at it as well, but I cry at anything where if Max Richter just suddenly starts playing, I will immediately start crying, Pavlovian style. It's fucking insane. And the reason is The Leftovers, but I feel like it's one of those things where like everyone experienced one episode of The Leftovers the other day. And I'm like, hey guy, there's a 3-season show where every episode is better than the one you just watched in The Last of Us. So if you enjoyed that episode and you want more of that like feeling, you just want to feel more of that, or you want to chase more of that experience through television, then go and watch The Last of Us. But it comes with a serious warning. It will fuck you up. It's an exploration of grief. It was a very good episode. It was really nicely done. Literally, like the thing. Do you want to know the thing that made me cry? And I'll try and do it without spoiling. It was when he sat next to him at the table, that long table, and he just came in and sat down next to him. And for some dude, I went. Waterworks activated, and I was just sat there like, okay, here it goes. Cool, crying, just sitting there crying, dude. So yeah, man, yeah, but if you enjoyed that, or you were like, wow, it's crazy how good TV can cause me to really think about these things and really explores an understanding of love. That was an exploration of love, that episode. But almost through grief in a way, or through loss, kinda. If you want to explore that feeling more, go and watch The Leftovers, because it's just so funny how there's so many movies and TV shows out there that do that so well. But if you see one episode of a TV show that does it, you're like, wow, it's so standout. But really, there are much better shows that will explore those things. And since I'm already being cunty about art, I might as well be cunty about TV. The Leftovers isn't even like, I don't know, man. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So looked over, you know. Doolander, thank you for the 42 months. Mein Freund. Why was that deleted? Yeah, so no spoilers. No spoilers, no backseat gaming, and don't answer any of my questions. I know it's frustrating because it sounds like I'm asking a question, and I get it, man. It's super annoying when you're like, when the streamer goes, I don't know what Inland Empire means. But I did immediately follow it up with, I'm gonna go and look it up after the end of the stream, and I'll figure it out myself. I don't kind of want to know, because I don't know if it has any bearing on the thing, on the whatever. So if your message gets deleted, just don't take it personally. The mods are just trying to help me out. I want to you got to play this game, and you just sat down with no audience and no one sat next to you potentially, and you just played it with no understanding of what was going on. And that's how I want to play it. I want to experience it as organically as possible. So when you tell me answers to things, it takes that away from my experience, and I'd rather not have that with some games. So if your message gets deleted, it's nothing to do with you. It's just me. The mods are just creating the experience I want. So just don't take it personally. And suck a dick. I don't know, you know. Dick, suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick, suck a dick. Suck a big or small dick. I'm someone who's too young to experience the feeling of grief. Yep, that's the worst sentence I've ever read on the internet. Perhaps The Leftovers is for me, or maybe the opposite in that case. I'll be honest, my when I watched The Leftovers, I watched it at the perfect time. I was at the right age to truly understand what I was witnessing and to truly understand what they were trying to put forward. So it might not be for you if you're too young. I probably wouldn't watch it unless I was at least 30. If you're 30 years old or above, I'd and if not, save it. Watch it on your 30th birthday. You don't need to have experienced grief to understand it, though. It's just very well done. It's an exploration of how people cope with grief. So it's not about you. You'll watch these characters go through the ways that they deal with their grief in it's like a microscope on the way these characters, and they're so realistic that it's frightening. But there's also just so many layers to how they filmed it and what's going on in the background, and allegories and metaphorical, shit. And it's really interesting. It's very psychological. It's very cleverly done on so many different levels. So you can still enjoy it, because the way that they present grief through the characters means that you don't need to have experienced grief. You don't need to necessarily relate to what the characters are going through. Though I did with a couple of the characters. I fucking related to the main character so much. Kevin, which is my dad's name as well, which was even more horrendous. There were some elements to his character that are very ugly, that you have to sit there sometimes when you see these ugly characters and accept that the ugly side of their personality is something that you have a commonality with. And I even had that with him, and it made it so realistic, and so it makes you really think about everything. And it's something like grief can push you to make certain choices and decisions, and a lot of characters in it go through their own different ways of dealing with grief, and each of the characters is so well crafted that you can watch them, relate to them, understand them, dislike them, like them, love them, hate them, because they're so well done. So you don't need to understand anything, it's presenting it. Favorite Leftover season? I don't know, man. It's so difficult for me to pick, because I have like two different brains that watched that show. I have my subjective brain that was just sitting there like, "Argh!" And the things that I liked about it personally are actually quite different to the things I liked about it objectively. The part of me that understands film and watches and sees how they edited certain things or how they placed certain stuff. For example, there's one of my favorite things in that fucking show is him looking down at that fucking deer on the ground, and behind him is a tree, and the framing on the fucking tree provides him with antlers, because he represents the deer. Alright, I'm just going to break down one thing in The Leftovers to give you some understanding, and it is a mild spoiler. If I can find the image, I don't know what to Google. And I'll explain it to you if I can. Hopefully, I'll try and non-spoiler it, but it's like, it happens in like, it's very early on. It's like maybe the first episode. God damn it. I have no idea how to Google it. Because I Googled Kevin looking at deer, and it gave me an image of Kevin looking at the actual deer when he looks at it in the fucking street. There's a deer in the fucking... It's just so random. They're like, there's a deer in the house, and it's going fucking apeshit. And the deer is kicking the fuck out of the house. It is kicking the fuck... It's smashing everything up with the antlers. Have you found it, Biz? Oh, no. The main character is watching this deer just fucking trash this house. He's a policeman, and he goes and explores these houses. So the point of the deer, the way he keeps seeing this fucking deer He keeps seeing it. And it keeps seeing him. Because I'm going to try not to spoil anything here. There's him looking at the fucking deer. He sees a fucking deer again. He keeps seeing this fucking deer everywhere. And the deer at one point is trapped in this house, smashing everything up. And the point is that he represents, the deer is him, trapped in his life. And he's got this wife and these kids, and for some reason he's just not happy in his life. And he can't express that. And he keeps going through the motions. Eventually, he's looking down at the deer at one point, and it's framed in a way that there's a fucking tree behind him. And the tree's branches are behind his head, making it look like antlers. And it's such a simple little thing. And I can't find the fucking image. It's killing me. I don't know why I can't find the fucking image of him looking at the fucking deer. So you just have to go and watch it. And that's just a very simple and obvious one that you can look for. And it's stuff like that that makes the show so good and so well written that I watched it like objectively, like, dude, how did they even do this? How did they even do it? How did they even have the time? Like, that's the type of shit where you have to go over it and over it and write it again and again and find and look for and add. And they do it for every character. They do it for every fucking scene almost throughout the entire thing. The first season, I understand, it's like fucking perfect. And then they have like less than a year to produce the next season, and they still fucking did it. And then they did it again. And there's so many good episodes. The Well, the fucking, what's it called? He goes to like that fucking alternate world, basically, where he's a fucking super agent, a spy. What it means, and it's so good. It hurts, man. My favorite line in the entire thing is the old guy when he goes, "And what did I see on the TV? A chicken." And just the way he says the word "a chicken" makes me laugh so much. So stupid little things like that are so well made in that show, and it is so smart and so clever, and it forces you to face reality, and it forces you to feel grief and process it with these characters. And it's International Assassin, and it is just it fucked my brain up to watch on every single level. I've never felt like that while watching a show, where every part of my brain was losing its shit. And I'm not kidding when I tell you I spent 3 days after finishing that show laying on my sofa in my old house in a sleeping bag. Because it undid some of my personality. It left me shredded. It left my ego shredded. And I didn't know who I was at the end of it. Because I just had explored something through a TV show mentally. Which doesn't always happen. You might feel something every now and then. But I came away from it, and it changed me. A show that changed me. There have been a handful of shows that have done that. And a lot of them I saw in that same year. You know what I watched pretty soon after The Leftovers was Halt and Catch Fire. Fuck. That show is so good. I would go for that if you want another show that explores. It's the best characters I've ever seen in a show. The most realistic characters I've ever seen in a show in my entire life. So unreal how good they present these characters. Sentences. I'm losing sentences because my psyche is breaking again. And I'm not the guy to explain this to you. Go away and watch these shows and figure it out for yourself, or then go and watch someone who's much more eloquent and better trained at breaking down these shows and describing them for you, because I'm I understand them, but I'm very bad at describing it sometimes. But *Halt and Catch Fire* has some of the most amazing characters. They feel like real people. And I don't mean like you can watch stuff where you're like, oh, they feel like real people. I mean, they feel like real fucking people, and you project yourself onto them and into their lives. And dude, I can't fucking hear some songs will ruin my life. Like if I hear this, hold on. If anyone's seen *Halt and Catch Fire*, you will now know what's about to happen. I can eject myself from my body by just hearing this. I've left my body immediately. And then also the premise of the show is pretty simple. It follows the like it's a fictional company that but it's based on some of you little fucking computer people that love how computers were built will really enjoy the PC revolution in the 80s as they're kind of like they're a little company that they kind of create their own like IBM, and the characters in terms of what they're actually trying to do is like build this personal computer, and they're going up against IBM and like Microsoft and Apple and all these other guys that were doing that crazy race over the course of like a couple of decades. And the internet kicking in and all of that stuff. But the characters in it and the way that they interface with each other and what they go through is wild. And it makes you feel weird. Because you can't believe that these guys, I don't know, man. It's really hard. This one's hard to explain without spoiling it. I would recommend just clicking play. You know what? Go away and click play. If you like The Leftovers. And I need to fucking play this game because I'm being annoying. I hate this shit. I'm being annoying now and I'm not really saying anything because I don't want to spoil anything. This was like me in the shout-outs of Kingmakers last night. Like, I was like, how do I say what I want to say about this without completely ruining 2 other shows if people are casually watching them? And like, everything I wanted to say last night was a spoiler at the end of Kingmakers, and I realized I couldn't say anything. It was frustrating as fuck. But *Halt and Catch Fire*, if you like The Leftovers, please watch it. I think it's that kind of shit. And I really loved a couple of the characters in there. A couple of them, the same way I felt watching Kevin Garvey in The Leftovers and going, fuck man, the way he's reacting there, what just happened there is what I do. Why? And look how ugly that is. How much do I hate him for doing that? And then you look at your own life and you go, it's exactly what I do. I did that. It's exactly how I deal with this shit. And I need to figure out why. Why am I reacting that way? Why is he reacting that way? Well, he's reacting that way because of this thing that happened to him. And then you go, well, that's why I react to that. And you're like, fuck, man, how is that so accurate? That's scary. Same thing. *Halt and Catch Fire*, I was watching these characters and you see that there's 2 characters in it that are related to somewhat. But one of them is this guy who he just can't... He wants to be the best at what he's doing. But in order to become the best at what he's doing, he has to sacrifice like his friendships and love. And like the connections that he's made with people, and then he becomes so good at doing that. But once he's achieved these things, he feels so hollow and alone, and he's just so broken and crippled. And so he lets go of all of that like stuff that he was chasing, all those dreams of the physical things that he wanted in life, the achievements, the being the best, the validity, the material gain. And he concentrates again on like love and friendships and stuff. And then he can't help himself but not feel fulfilled again, because there's a part of him that just wants to be seen and heard and achieve and applauded for everything that he's capable of creating. And so he gives in all of those, like, he gives in all of that love and friendship and the emotional connections and stuff that he makes with people, and authentic love and friendship as well. None of this false love that you get from being maybe famous or a great achiever of some kind. And he gives in again, and he loses, and then he does it, and this fucking pendulum that he's on is just like, it fucking hurt me, man, because I know that feeling a little bit. And another one, man, I just sat there at the end of this fucking show like, it's so fucking well written. It's much more character focused. There's no like sci-fi element to it or anything. It's much more like a traditional drama is presented. But the characters, the dialogue, and the fact and the way that you see these characters interface with the world around them, interact with everything around them, and you see why, and you understand what is causing them to do the things that go wrong, the things that go well, how they react to what goes wrong, how they react to what goes well, how they interface with each other. It's just wildly accurate, and in a realistic way. None of these bullshit characters you see, fucking Captain America, Captain America would have shown up in 2015 and been the most racist motherfucker you've ever seen in your entire life. You think he would have been friends with Falcon? Are you out of your mind? Like, it's just fucking weird, like, but we watch TV and we watch dramas and we expect that, you kind of just, it's just made up. It's literally more sci-fi than fucking Star Trek is. And that's one show that does it so well. Anyway, I love that stuff, and I don't ever talk about it much. I don't go this far. What I've just spent the last half an hour talking about on this channel, I don't really. I do sometimes, I feel like I'm an open book. I'll talk about whatever comes into my brain, and but this game has made me really think about that stuff again, and I enjoy it. So I'm going to play the game now. I'm sorry everyone that just wants me to play the game, but I mean, if you like this game, you probably don't care about me talking in this way. Leveling up. I don't know what I want to put points into. It seems to make sense to me to put points into stuff that do I only have 1 point overall, or 1 point in each one? What do I have? I have like a little plus here. But what is that? Intellect is only 1, so it probably should go into something in here, shouldn't it? Logic. Oh, I can level it up. There you go. Miss well-written TV. It's out there. You probably just have to search for it. Station 11. If you need something new to watch, because you've seen those other 2 shows, watch Station 11. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Encyclopedia is at 2. Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Drama. I haven't even seen drama come up yet. Look at the artwork on it. Play the actor, lie and detect lies. Conceptualization we've seen a couple times. And visual calculus. Reconstruct crime scenes. This seems like it would be very useful for a detective. So I think visual calculus is the one that I will level up now. And then we'll see if I have another point. Do I have another point? No. Accept changes and close. Now we have some stuff, but I don't know where it is. Said I had new stuff, but I don't see any new stuff. This is all the stuff I had. Pants. What's it? Electrochemistry tight around the crotch. Huh. Interesting that it activates that. Is it this? Oh, right. It was the photo he gave me. I remember. Lieutenant Kitsuragi snapped a photo of the hanged man's tattoos. It displays the intricate web of blue lines stretching across his torso. You have to admit it looks quite cool. It does look cool, but... Alright. This is all the stuff we have to do. Ask around about the tattoo's possible meaning. Get the body down. Access the harbour and ask for Everett Clare. Ask Kuno what he knows about the armour. And ask Kim to tell you about the case. Oh yeah, and I can just... There's other stuff here. What is this? There's more.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by
one.
work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boot?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an
Visual
industrial
calculus.
worker would wear?
Barely made it. Wouldn't have done it probably without the extra point in it. An industrial worker would wear it. Lieutenant, workers' boots tracks.
Noted.
Noted. Takes out his notebook. Visual calculus check. Medium 11. Get an exact count. Low percentage chance. Oh, it damaged my morale.
A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Yeah, man. I like that the failure is like you berate yourself as well. It isn't just you failed, you didn't get it. You also have to feel bad for failure. You know, like you do in real life when you want to be good at something and you fail or you do something wrong or whatever, and you find out that you got the answer incorrect. You feel like shit and you beat yourself up about it. It's so good. That's what I mean about this shit, man. I like it a lot. There's a streamer mode in the options. Please look if you enabled. I did enable it. What does it do though? Is it music? I always assume streamer mode is music. Money. What is that? Magnesium. Gonna go to sleep. Just didn't. Not there. Okay. Alright, I guess we ask this kid. Next thing.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno. Yeah.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
Why not?
Kuno's fuck-gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak
You
armor.
still sell it though,
Kuno
right?
threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Physical instrument. You're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. What are you?
Squints.
Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Is it for music? The thing. They're bullying their younger selves, yeah. That's what we're all doing all the time. It's a thing that I've had to... It's part of reframing. Like, would you let... If you beat yourself up about something, you're like, God, why did you do that? You're a piece of shit, man. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking dickhead. At that thought, stop. Now step away from your body. Astral projection. Brrr, there's another you here now. You look at yourself. Now imagine that this version of you that you're looking at is 10 years old. And go, why did they do that? And you look at them and you go, well, the reason he, said that or acted that way is because, he's fucked up because his dad hates him. And so obviously he's going to say that in a sad, it's sad. He's sad. And he said this thing because of this other thing. And then you go, all right, well, would you let someone else shout at this child the way that you just berated yourself? And you go, no. If you saw someone shouting at him the way you just shouted at yourself, what would you do? I'd beat the fuck out of the person who was speaking to them like that, right? And you just have to keep doing that shit, reframing. It's so weird, man. I was talking to my therapist about it yesterday because me and Mugs were talking about it the other day and I brought it up with my therapist. And you keep doing that shit, man. Eventually you start forgiving yourself things and you start understanding yourself better, and those outbursts or those things that happen or the way that you reacted start happening less and less frequently. And that's all it is. You're never gonna... I used to think of it as like a part of me that was like a wart that I wanted to lance off. But really it's just a part of you need to fold into your thing, and you also need to start being more compassionate about yourself and giving yourself a break and understanding yourself and letting yourself feel certain ways and just being okay with it.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You're in the fucking sea.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Cows?
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Inland Empire again. What does it mean? What does it mean? It's my favorite bit.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
I have more questions about the
Yeah.
crime scene.
The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
The ladder.
No, it's not fucking
Yours.
Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse.
What's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipped ass. Gardener used to work there. What do you mean by kipped? You mean the young woman by the whirling rags?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Empathy legendary. Figure out what's going on with this kid. -1 from back down from Kuno. 17% chance. Empathy check. Might as well give it a go.
He's on your crime scene,
Fail.
bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Do you think you can turn the Kuno down for a moment? Let's talk about normal people. Kuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups. 23-year-old Brad would answer exactly the same way as 36-year-old Brad, because this is what I do to people when they come into the chat and they're really annoying, and I'm like, guy, hey, just be normal. We get it, you know, memes, but it's not funny beyond maybe one meme. If your entire... You know when people write the same kind of shitty fucking joke like 45 times and you're like, okay. You think you're so funny, but everyone else just thinks you have no personality. Just be normal. You're a person with a real name. What is your real name? Be that person. Because they wouldn't do it in real life. That's the key. If we were all sat in the same room, the person who's just typing memes in the chat over and over again wouldn't be doing it in real life. They'd be sitting there going, hello. Yes, nice to meet you. My name is Bob Evans. Hi. My real name is Robert, but everyone calls me Bob, and it's well. I just wanted to ask if what microphone do you use? You know what I mean, dude? In real life, they would be like that 100%. And how do I know why? Because I met so many people, so many of you in real life. So many of you in real life come up and you go, it's really cool to meet you. I wanted to know if your favorite, what has been your favorite thing about streaming. But in the chat room, you're like, hey, hit the gritty. Hitting the gritty on the snow. But in real life, dude, the moment you get met in real life, how did you get started with how did you get started in streaming? Oh, dude. Every fucking time, man. I know what you guys are like. So I'll just tell him to fucking be a normal person, but he won't.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up.
She bumps her bony fist in the air and hits the gritty.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
See ya. I'm both of these people. What's this?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
I feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. It's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there.
Mm-hmm.
How did we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Alright. Doesn't really make sense that we would, letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. Is there other stuff? Can I go down this alleyway down here? Yeah. The winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Perception, sight, medium 11. Why am I looking at this pile of the roofing material? 28% chance.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Yeah, sure.
No. There's more to this.
Right.
You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying, game, you son of a bitch. Oh, I can't get round here. Thought I could walk around this, but I guess I can't. Having a personality is more difficult. Well, I think that's people's attempt at having a personality because it's like easy to
An
just
old call
quote
box
something
with
that's
a
in the
matrix
social
of push
zeitgeist.
buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
It's much scarier to be your actual self and let yourself actually say something real and open up yourself to the world, because the moment you do, Carl just tears you down instantly and you go, cool, well, I'm never doing that again. So you go, I'm going to make a gritty joke. It's easier. An old call box. Main hall. Andro Orlando. Artemetips boxing for young athletes and gym. 24-hour window. Emma's fashion atelier. Fabron's taxi. Something. Slipstream. Fortress accident. Revachol IC. Main hall building B whirling in rags. East Delta pinball. Empty card. Leave. I'm just going to leave for now because I don't think any of those mean anything to me. Pine stat. I wonder if that was on there.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
Okay.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Okay. Been there, post l'aventurier mailbox. Malcolm, you should man the fuck up. Man up.
The mailbox does not know how to man up. It is an inanimate object.
Alright, see ya. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Can you sit on this
The
bench?
worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
I hope they do. I hope that's the final
You
shot.
can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, okay. It's the Phantom Cigar, and PB is going to overthink what that means. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This is a book about partay. You hear that, pate? This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Bordero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Salmon metaphor. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. She sells books, huh?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Annette. All the girls in this game have this fringe, which is my least favorite fringe in the world. Listen, if you have that fringe and you like how it looks, that's fucking awesome. Do whatever you want. Dress how you want. Cut your hair how you want. Fuck everyone else. Go fuck yourself. What you like is what you like. But I hate this fucking fringe. Sorry. I am the law. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why do you have so many books outside, though? It's freezing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Ha 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 ha. Is that what Tuesday posted? Is that what her new fringe looks like? She even posted a fringe? No. I thought that's what you were laughing at. Don't know what I said. What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
Okay.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
They're not. What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store.
Plaisance.
She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Alright, because she has to say that. And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Get pneumonia for your job.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. That's what Odias would say. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. It's COVID. You're cold. Can I help in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
Doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Should have a word with the store owner, maybe?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Child abuse. Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Being brought up by Vardes. How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards in the window. I don't think curses are real.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
It's just regular trading and selling of things, child. It doesn't work out for most people. They're not doomed, but your mother should learn from their mistakes. Yeah, I fucking don't want to be an asshole about it.
Of course, sir.
Doesn't know what else to say. What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Mum says a lot of things, doesn't she, to emotionally blackmail into you standing outside in the cold so that they can make a few more quid, even though... You know what? I'm not going to go into it. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Doesn't know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examined you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Also a book colour on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like Mullen guy, and then I decided to live a little. The opposite. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. Yep. It's not your body that's important, it's the police work. Anyway, it's your point to your head. Well, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. Actually, I had other questions. This is what I would probably actually think, but it's not what I would say. Nobody looks like that guy in that picture, guys.
She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning, dark Arrogant, violent, likely overcompensating for something.
She is doing that?
That's not a healthy look. Muscles get bigger, heart grows weaker.
Well, this is how I feel about looking at Dick Mullen. Muscle training is flower arranging for men. I bet he thinks he's real manly like that. He isn't. He's just unhealthy. Probably got a violent streak because he's emotionally stunted. Me and Bizcott are judging everyone around us.
She examines the cover, trying to gauge the inner workings of the detective.
Emotional ineptitude is no way to cop. He can't compare to my sensitive soul.
Of course not, sir. He's just a fictional character. He'll be no match for you.
It's so flawed. I
Maybe
love
you
it.
can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
I'm not going to ask her what romance is. Who are these famous people? You can stop calling me sir. I am a working man. Composure, challenging. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. Saw that she's called +1, afraid of the curse. Even odds.
You failed to deduce
a 4 and a
anything
1.
substantial.
I had to get a 10. I had to get a 12. Didn't deduce
She
anything.
waits intently.
I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. Dangerous. Never again. I'm a detective that I deduce that you are very small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
She rolls her eyes. Okay, bye. I guess we'll go and speak to her mum. Maybe her mum saw something. What is his build? God, the people that want to know the build. Just make a thing. There you go, Lux. I'm going to do a piss. And you can make a exclamation point. DE build. DE build. Exclamation point DE build. I decided to be a sensitive man. Sensitive. The build was sensitive, right? That's what it was. I want to know what this link is, but I can't click it. And I'm scared. What do we get? We got something? Oh no. Where's the rest of the armor? Go to the harbour, open the trash container. But first I want to see what this woman has to say for herself. Bunch of stuff in here, so I'm going to look around first. Conjuration, gather your power. Gift books and molten candy, your eyes are molting.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai, Return to Hyundai. and the solipsistic, Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
That's what my stream's going to be called from now on. Since this stream is just... I'm going to change my name to Brad Solipsistic, and my stream will always be titled Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Pain threshold medium. Do any of the books call out to me? Why is it a pain threshold?
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
The fuck? Lotus Shadow. Apparently I left this subcontinuous. Saves me time to check if it expired, I suppose. Well, sucks to be you. I'm siphoning money off of you. Every Edvard munch. Solipsism, philosophy, the theory that the self is the only thing that can be known and verified. Reap just having to Google everything I say because his brain doesn't work. Alexa, what does solipsism mean?
She's laughing at him, belittling him.
I'm laughing at you and belittling you, but feel free to go ahead and learn stuff. How do you like the game so far? I like it a lot.
Between the throne and the Heimdall Man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women? That's 100% what I would say. Let me read why it stuck out to me again. Your hand reaches towards a book with a glossy cover art of the very muscular man from in chains. There you go. Kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne leering at the man. A man in chains kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. I wonder if that's that same thing we were just talking about that's in Halt and Catch Fire. Where you, whatever. We'll see. Aren't all women devil women?
Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini.
Booby streamers.
Some sort of a snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region.
Phallic.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
Can buy it, but it costs £9 fucking pounds. I'm leaving. I don't want to speak to the store owner yet. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner.
A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Look through the pile of Wirral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
I wonder if that's anything to do with the actual TTRPG of this game.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Your fucking mind, ain't you, son?
Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
I don't play that D&D shit. What do I look like? Some sort of... The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They're about the lake trout. Gonna be porn.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Dude, yeah, this game is about that fucking thing that we were talking about the other day, the curse of knowledge, isn't it? Like, everyone watched that fucking episode. There were two types of people that watched episode 3 of Last of Us. People that were crying and people who went, I don't think that's 10 miles west of Boston, though, is it? That's not what it looks like there, though. Am I supposed to believe that is 10 miles west of Boston, though? I don't think so, though. And then there's people who aren't from Boston who didn't care.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh God, no.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Vespertine, don't know what that means. Just watched a movie called Vesper and probably should have looked up what Vespertine means, because maybe that's what it meant. It's a tome of fascist magic. Dude, whatever that setting is, read that book. Like a high fantasy novel, but the magic is based on fascism. What? Oh God, could you imagine? That'd be so good. It's almost Spellwind, isn't it, really? That's almost literally what Spellwind is. Like, only fascists, the more fascist you are, the higher your magic stat is. Another boring book just discarded here. How do you know it's boring though? You read it.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
Okay. Paranatural, it's called?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol, with a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Bro, look at that fucking image there. Shivers. I haven't even seen this one yet. Look how good that is. That's how shivers feel. God, it's so good, man. That weird feeling creeping up your spine. The way that it does that. Like, how do you describe that? Then how do you paint it? There it is again. That funny feeling. So good. Squint. First, can you see the cities on the islands?
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth.
I know what
Gra
Muindi
is the northeast azimuth.
I want to go there.
Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called.
That means island, doesn't it? Axis Mundi is the process that everyone should go through, but only about 3 people in the world ever go through. Grad sounds Russian. Samara means something, but I never know what, but I see it in stuff and I know it means something, and that is literally just the capital of South Korea.
Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
It's so interesting. This is literally what it feels like being me. Like knowing a lot of stuff, but not ever being able to regurgitate it as a piece of factual information. 1 intellect, 5 psych, incredible physique. The Bradwater experience.
Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
Bro, that was just that one map.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction.
I'm guessing this isn't going to help me too much. Anything that's like intellect based, unless I'm getting XP for it. Doesn't level up individually, does it? So I'm probably not getting XP for it. I'm going to eat a slice of 2-day-old pizza now.
To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world, you're still alive. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other 2 are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
How do you know, bitch?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be.
I hate her.
From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps. They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going.
I don't even have 90
It'd be nice
cents.
if someone
I have
fixed
60.
Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I can steal it. I'll try. 17% nowhere near good enough. I check this one.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
Johnny Blams.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Next to that, Rivasolian
Eyeball
radio
Paul.
personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a run-down drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
I can't actually afford any of the books, bitch. That's not why I'm here.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
I'll talk to her now and then I'll see what this is. I get the feeling I can't go there.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
You seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? A curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
All right, she's like, she believes in curses and shit.
I am the
She's a
proudest
Gemini.
owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
A girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her.
Oh, I got in
This
trouble.
place is not cursed.
Why would I
It
do
has
that?
A robustly
Think,
magnetic
Bradley.
energy.
Think.
Good for commercial activity. My business is
Abusive
thriving,
parent.
sir.
Think, Bradley.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
This is the, whatever one of these is the one that beat you up. What one was it? Dad.
Annette, yes,
The daughter is the one
my
standing outside the
daughter.
store.
I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Yes, but now we're stuck. Because if we say a 10, she's very polite and helpful, she won't get in trouble, but the woman will make her continue to stand outside and do the job for the rest of her life. If I say a 5, she's going to get in trouble. If I say a 1, she's going to get in trouble. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Fine, 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
No need to add stress to that poor girl's day. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong.
Mind you're in business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labour, though.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do you pay the kid?
Good, sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
Yeah, how much is she earning?
Slap the cuffs on her.
I formally reprimand you for your corrupt activities.
Oh, of course, officer. Good work. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here.
Damn it!
Right.
I was genuinely going to try and ruin her entire life. And then the child would end up on the streets and die at the end of the game, and you'd be like, Craig, cool. What have I done?
The woman before you scans
Lose.
the store, her shoulders rigid and
You'll never
tense.
do anything.
Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Farewell for now, book peddler. What's in here?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Her obsession with fish.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Ah, fuck it, pull them open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
What are you going to do, call the police? A hand closed around her pendant. Her fingers nervously play with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
You're awful,
She
and I don't
looks
care about
away,
you.
mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'm opening them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them open, we say.
Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Rip them apart, this time for real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you! You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding!
I hope that's true. Let's find out. Oh, it's the room from Chainsaw Man. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Check your posture.
Steady breathing. Solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram.
Check your surroundings.
The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. But the path to the door is clear.
What about the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Leave. I can't justify breaking a fucking door down. But I will be back one day. Oh yes.
I wasn't kidding when I said we're parapsychologically done. You clearly don't care about the consequences. Who gives you the right?
I detected psychic emanations from within and was compelled to investigate.
Don't expect my help from now on. The back door is locked and I threw away the key. I won't trifle with such forces. Do look at the books, though. The books compel you. You may be able to make up for this by buying a lot of books. I hope you're a voracious reader.
Oh. See ya. Didn't really help much, did it, going in there? Let's go back in here. Quickly go and speak to this guy.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Is that not what this is?
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Oh, I see. He's just an
Why?
asshole, isn't he?
To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbours too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much.
Alasdair.
And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
What is this feeling?
Prod at him and find out.
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
I've seen something at the Whirling Gart. I've seen something here at the Whirling Gart, and a thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Let it go, you're above gratuitous baiting. No, I'm not. I'm not now, and I wasn't when I was 23. It's a shame you've got to suck up to the Union to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
Polyp. Is she in here? That son of a bitch? I thought it was Brad putting on a voice. How dare you? It's literally Alasdair. This guy, if you went, oh yeah, Brad, Alasdair actually did some voices in this game. This is the one.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Now I don't want to do it even more.
Absolutely in the question.
Yeah.
First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
What is Inland Empire? Why does this have a crown on it? Is it my like highest stat or something? Or is it just the one that's active right now? Hunches and gut feelings. God has told you something. Some unruly Union men gather in the mess hall of the running. They're not there today, but eventually will show up. Right, they could be the ones as well. Right. Bye. Let's see if we can unlock this trash can and see what's in there.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Whirling in rags. You know? Again with the dancing metaphor. Those that are free, struggling artist type. Right?
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
It's a hunch. And this is my highest stat. One of my highest stats. Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is. But you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Is this a hunch or is it anxiety though, you know?
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Have I done this before because I'm an addict or something?
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
No, dude.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
A second fucking corpse?
The victim's clothes?
Oh, it's his clothes.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
What, they put the boots back on? Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
He looks into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it, I guess.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
They wear it over the stuff?
Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
I'll throw in a towel and mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
We need to ask the kids who put them there. You think someone from Whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Ask the kids.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
Isn't he 12?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste, just in case.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
Elbows up. What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes. Written in a man's handwriting.
My fucking worst nightmare, for real. It really is, Tim. I hate this kind of I don't... Even fresh food that has this kind of texture is not my favorite thing ever. But for some reason, unless it's sugar based, but not savory food, not sweet food, that is like slimy, goopy beans, ketchup, gravy, most stuff disgusts me, and it's absolute RNG plus hunger as to whether I even can bring myself to eat it on most days. But when it's like stuff that's in the bin, ugh. Like, one of the worst things that I unfortunately have to do on a regular basis is pull something fucking nasty out of the dog's mouth because he's found something in the fucking bushes outside and he's eating it. And I don't know if it's poison, so I've got to get it to save his fucking shitty little wretched life. Fucking grab my fucking hands and he's fucking pulled fucking this most disgusting fucking shit out, and I want to die every time. I actually don't even want to clean my hand. I want to cut it off.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
Oh my god! It can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the Whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know, I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now.
Understood.
He nods, reverting his attention to the container still stinking in front of you.
Be untroubled. If anything, this small moment has made him respect you more.
The mug, I'm getting the mug too. No, I'm not.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Dude, imagine if it was the exact sound from the intro.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Yeah, so yeah.
You said you didn't want to talk about the ledger. However, now that you have it back, it would not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Officially.
Speak to this
Fuck does Kuno
dickhead
care?
child again. Oh, I can't ask him about the
Kuno doesn't.
Alright. Now, what do we have in here? The damaged ledger covered in banana peels. This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. that a thing I can actually do? Have a closer look. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Doing
A
this in front of
pitiful
that
cabbage of white and yellow papers
lots of
hanging
damage.
from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Nice. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper.
Lovely.
Or is it cleaning tissue?
I hope it's cleaning
No,
tissue.
it's toilet paper.
Damn it.
Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Nice.
It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
I'm so annoyed that PB hasn't invented PBTV overthink yet, because it would be so useful. I'm waiting for the overthink emote that I've always wanted. And if anyone's going to have it, it's PB. And she needs it. I need it. Inspect the toilet paper. No. Unless this means, like, am I taking it off of the thing? I guess I have to inspect it in order to peel it off.
It's just toilet paper.
Yeah, take it off.
Sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard.
Yeah, take it off.
Still wet. The toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminium. Is that to try and recall something?
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Okay, how can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Hold on one sec. I'm back now. What kind of
It depends.
information?
Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. it'll have that.
Scared me. Good, that was the point.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What's in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
There was mention of a naming convention.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Ah! I get you again? Did I get you again? And they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Stay hydrated. Loved that so much that they gifted a sub to someone.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Thanks, buddy. Old buddy, old pal. Old friend. My son. I can see my son over there. He's looking at a Kandinsky painting on the floor because I didn't have time to hang it back up. And I don't trust him near it. Please don't destroy it. I wanted to destroy something beautiful. Something that you loved.
You like this grimy murdering, don't you?
What?
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I meant the non-numeric one.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've
lucky
completed
pen.
flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective
God, that's
of the
such a
citizen's
simplistic way to
militia.
put that.
Now all that remains is to name the case.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. Boom. Boom. Have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man, the second time that's come back. The Furies are at home in the mirror, the second time that's come back. The Setting Sun. Shit on a stick. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
The Hanged Man.
Also just
Good, strong name.
makes sense.
We have a very good name for the case now.
Cool.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Give me a new skill point, make me feel good. Okay. I think logic is the next one to put points into. It doesn't come up too much, but I feel like it's probably... This one's got a 0 in it, actually. Sneaking. I don't need to sneak, do I? 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I have 1s in logic, rhetoric, drama. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. That just seems like the best one to put one into right now. Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. I might need that in the upcoming conversations at the thing. Dude, look at the artwork for that one. Jesus fucking Christ. Drama. Play the actor, lie, and detect liars. Both of those seem like they would be useful in the upcoming thing, but I'm just going to boost the logic for now. My little Picasso painting. It makes sense.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Logic tech. Look at that. There's a logic check immediately. Even. +1 for Kim explaining the system. Can I read the case files now?
It's proving to be harder
yeah.
than expected.
Because I'm stupid.
You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together.
Yeah.
Try again later.
It's the Bradwater experience. Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes. like marching armies. These look like official forms waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. Three, the topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Misconduct fine, station calls, field autopsy. Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Close the forms.
Yes,
We don't have to
all
fill
that
one of
remains
those out
now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Hangman in Tarot, yeah. It means something else as well. I remember watching an episode of a TV show, and it comes up in a lot of TV shows. It's a really obvious one, but there was a good episode of something that I want to say it was called The River. It wasn't a great TV show. It had the guy that played okay, can't remember. See ya. And there was an episode. Is it called The River? No, this wasn't it. Fuck, I don't know what it was called now. It was called The River. I don't know, but there was an episode that was all around the Hanged Man, but it was to do with I think it was South American, because it was probably the thingy river, whatever that fucking river is called. Wow, my brain is fucked today, huh? Which one is this? Quick recall. Probably this one, isn't it? Just fucking encyclopedia. Call upon all your knowledge. Fail. Just me rolling 2d6s. Failure. 2 1s. 2 1s. 2 1s. 2 1s. The Amazon River, and there was something to do with I don't know. Whatever type of fucking pagan voodoo shit they got going on. And it was an interesting way to interpret the Hangman. It might have been the river. I don't know if anyone's seen the show or can know or knows what I'm talking about, or can take those two pieces of random information and put them together and tell me. I remember being younger and being like, "Oh, it's cool the way that they interpreted the Hanging Man thing," and that's the end of my thoughts. I clearly had no more that stuck with me beyond that, and I'm trying to recall them from God knows how long ago. And I don't rely on this one. I rely on this one for everything. I rely on this one for this one. You know? I'm like, sure hope I can say something that makes sense based on the fact that I have a 1 in intellect. And that explains why sometimes I seem like I know a lot of stuff, and sometimes I seem like the stupidest person you'll ever meet. That's why. What did you say the color was?
Blue.
Okay.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Why?
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
There was an old game called Ogre Battle that used tarot cards to help customize your start. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Hi, Saint Just Germany. Is Inland Empire still your favorite art piece? Yeah, I think so. It is. I like it for 2 extra reasons, not just. Like, all of them I like for what they are, but this one I like for 2 more reasons. One, it looks like a thing that I drew when I was younger, and it freaked me out when I saw it. When I tried to draw, draw how I felt when I was younger, and this is basically what I drew, and it freaks me out to look at it. Because it looks like someone else drew a thing that I tried to draw when I was very young, but better. And that made me immediately like what I was seeing. And then the second thing is that I guess it's 1.5. I know that it's what it's trying to represent is hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life. But this is the only one that I think I looked at and projected and then found out afterwards. The rest of them, I realized what was happening by the time I got to looking at empathy and pain threshold and shivers. This one I looked at and went, oh, it's all of the thoughts in his brain. And then I found out that these are all of the thoughts in his brain. It's just that this one actually represents only one part of all of that. But I like it because of that. And then the rest of them are all really good. This one I really like. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot, and I like this one a lot. And I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Interfacing. Lonesome Long Way Home is giving me a negative impact. Opening the hidden compartment
is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
What is interfacing? Under motorics? Oh yeah, I'm not good at this. I've got that fucking drug addict shake. Like real life. I haven't really got much of a drug addict shake somehow. I'm very happy I don't. Maybe it'll get me one day though. You know, sometimes you think, oh, I got away with it. I don't have the old drug addict's alcoholic shake, and it comes and gets you when you're like 51. Even though you haven't done nothing. David Mallow, thank you for the 61 months. My friend. My son.
A hot flash of rage comes over you.
Me with the fucking Hoover, dude.
Before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder, why?
Yeah, me when I broke the fucking vacuum cleaner the other day, this fucking shit kicked in. I went, and it went, and all the dust went everywhere. And I went, that fucking bit in Me, Myself, and Irene, where the fucking drums will go. Dum 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 dum. Me, Myself, Irene, change. When Hank comes out.
Excuse me, Charlie. Hey, you mind if I get ahead of you? I'm in a wicked rush. Is that okay? Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You're a doll. Hey, kids! Over here! Now!
This is Biz Cotto. Dude, that was me the other day when I broke the vacuum cleaner and it went fucking everywhere. I didn't have a single fucking piece of me that had a sense of humor for a moment. You know? I didn't have a single piece of me that had a sense of humor. You know? Someone else might have watched that and been like, oh, that's so funny. But I just went... This. Perfect. Half-light.
It's unjust. That's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore.
Ugh. This fucking game needs to fuck off, honestly. I don't think I can play this every day. Guys, I don't think I can play this every day for fucking 2 weeks. I'm gonna fucking undo. I'm gonna fucking uncoil, dude. I'm gonna end up like that Corn video. Coming undone. Watch this. Corn. Coming undone. This will be me by the end. This will be me by the end of this fucking, you know. Wait till they start undoing. Look, this is it. This is my personality. Dude. Everything starts coming undone. Like even their legs and shit. This is me. This is how I feel playing this game. I can't do this. Fucking Jesus Christ. I can't play this every fucking day. It's like going to therapy every day. I'll fucking go insane. The irony. The irony of doing therapy every day is that you'd fucking lose your mind. Some people are like, they're like, oh, I'm in therapy. I go to therapy 3 times a week. And I'm like, fuck, what did you just fucking say? It takes me a full week to like recover enough to be able to go back in. It's fucking brutal. Maybe I just do particularly brutal therapy or something, but man, fuck. Doing like that's what, you know. Brad's coming undone.
The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Live footage of Greg when they announced the DC shit. Live footage of Greg when they announced Booster Gold TV show. He just went. He turned into a slinky. He was like, well, yeah, the baby's asleep. I'm gonna go and just check some stuff on my computer, honey. All right. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah. All right, I'll see you later on. He walks up the stairs. What's that? Honey, I'm at the top of the stairs. You'll have to speak up. They're doing a what? James Gunn said that they're going to be doing a Booster Gold TV show? And then his whole body becomes a slinky. Tongue, 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 tongue. That's all that happened. He just immediately just turned into a slinky. Punk, but no screaming, nothing, just fell apart. Tongue, 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 tongue. That's the bit at the end where it goes. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you didn't have a childhood. Ha, fuck you. You didn't have a good childhood. I had a great childhood. Fuck you. Ha, 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 ha. Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat. The stuff of death itself. And then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Everything's a fucking metaphor, man. Fuck, dude. So good. You know, meat, just the trash, just everything covered in how everything is, you know.
The lieutenant observes you. raising and lowering the toilet water-logged mass under your nose, trying to get a good whiff, a good analytical whiff.
He took a smell of it.
Excuse me, I just have to ask again. How did it get in the trash?
I don't know. It must have been cramping my style, is the only thing I can imagine. I mean, 23-year-old Brad would have gone out in his work clothes. And the first thing you do is take off your tie, you know? It must have been.
Officer, however damaged, that is still an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations. It could even list undercover operatives, certainly informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
You're not getting told off, feel great.
Oh God, that sounds dangerous. Make sure you don't throw it out again.
Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order.
Put the ledger away. I'm coming in. Oh, I can actually look at the photo.
An intricate web of blue lines.
Oh, we did this.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars. Gone.
Who are you? Gone. What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Right.
Someone close to the victim might know.
Yeah. I didn't realize you could interact with everything. Can I interact with clothes? No, they just give you boosts and non-boosts. I'm coming undone, so then I can. I don't really know that many songs by Korn. I don't know what happened to me. I wasn't there that day at school. But the couple that I do know I really like, and I feel like if I just sat and listened to like a best of album, I'd probably really enjoy it, but I never have done that, and I don't know why. I just haven't, okay?
Right.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Just trash.
As it should be. Anyway, thank you for returning my key.
Just one more thing.
Another thing. Great. I
Nothing.
love... Yes?
Goodbye. I thought I was supposed to ask him about the clothing. Ask Kuno, ask God if he knows how the victim's clothes got in there. What?
Can I help you?
I don't have the option to do either of those things. Am I being stupid? It's Alasdair. I'm confused. Let me go back outside a second. Yeah, this music, listen to it. God, I don't know how to I need Bing. Bing! Christopher! I need you to help me with some music stuff. If this is an expressionist form of music, what are we hearing? Hold on. Horns. I don't know what they mean. I don't know anything about music. If I actually made a film, the worst thing about it would be the music choices. Because I don't know what they mean. I can pick songs that sound right for the scene, but I can't pick songs that mean stuff and sound right for the scene. How does it make me feel? It makes me feel, it sounds like Fallen Hero music, if anything, to me. This is British Sea Power? I recognize that band. What did they do? That's a band, isn't it? I probably shouldn't do this. Do they have like a famous song that I would recognize? It isn't obviously from this game, but like was around in the UK. It sounds like Military Funeral, doesn't it? I say fallen hero or days gone type hero, like this guy, past it.
All around you,
I saw the back seat, it's too
falls
late.
on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
You've not gone anywhere yet. I haven't even walked around. It's crazy how I haven't done anything yet because you spend so long going over the minutiae of what each and every thought and action you have is, does, feels, the relevance, you know, how you react to stuff.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
My absolute worst nightmare. What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
I asked how I felt.
You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
I can see why people, by the way, thought I would hate this game. Because it's just the slowest possible way to progress through a game while you explore the minutiae of every single thought. I mean, I'm like, in any other game, it would be like, what do you see? The rain. It wouldn't even tell you to look at the rain because the rain is here. I can already see it on the screen and I know what it is. But it goes into every fucking possible exploration of thought while looking up at the sky, and then what you see when you look west, north, you know, and then the minutiae after minutiae, and it should be fucking tedious. And in 9 times out of 10, I would fucking hate this, especially for stream. But because it's doing it in a way that is one of my favorite ways to explore something in media, I love it. Like it just so happens to have fucking hit a particular niche that I really enjoy, expressionist, and so I get totally why a lot of people thought I would have hated this, and a lot of people, like Wack was like, I can't tell whether you'll really like it or really hate it. It's a very 50-50 shot, and I get that completely, but it just so happens to be tickling exactly the fucking exact point on my gooch that I enjoy.
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair, wanna die.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strike breakers have gathered.
Composure. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. But why did I need a poker face for that? What is it? Freet. Got 3 T's in it? Plastic coat folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Why does this affect? Why is it composure?
The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop shuddering. I've only ever done that once in my life, and I had twice in my life, and both times I had the flu. Shake your shoulders.
You shudder looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. 2 green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
A little tickle of the taint. Of course, Lele came out of the woodwork for that one, like a little mole. Boobs! If I could animate, I would animate a little mole that looked like Lele that digs up. It would just be the... You wouldn't see it digging, you would just see the surface, but it would be a sound effect of... And then a little mole would burst out and go, boobs! And then vanish again. And that is how Lele interacts on Twitch chat. Hi, Bianathon. That's Lele.
Capeside
What's in the north?
Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
Right, we're on the loser's side, aren't we?
A yard. Rain falls
I'm not used
onto
to
the
that
roof
being
of a woodshed.
British.
Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated.
Oh,
Droplets
yeah,
of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Look at that. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Why are we fucking quoting DMX? I thought we were in an alt reality. Why am I not there? Where do I live?
On a street there that flows like a muddy river in the snow, with fire traps rising on either side. A film rental opens its doors to the rain. An armored motor carriage rushes past the corner, where you used to walk together.
Oh no.
Suddenly, the hair on your back rises.
No. What is it? What's it gonna be? Dead wife? Wife who left me? Dead child? Child who doesn't love me? My parents? Uh-oh. I suspected and I feared something like this. It's why he's an alcoholic or something like that. It's far too cerebral for it to not have some sort of thing like that, but here we go.
You cannot return.
That sounded young, but I can't tell whether that means anything. Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez.
Do I want to know?
No,
I don't want to follow this.
At the runoff point of a
more
long
alcohol.
forgotten canal.
Forget it.
In the whitest part of town. In the shadow of the
Drugs.
day, the revolution
Alcohol.
failed.
Don't make me think. Don't make me feel. Let's just keep ourselves afloat, supported. On the crutches of these drugs, I need not feel the reality of the cold, dead earth below my feet.
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above
refuse.
the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain.
Right.
Satellite officer Jean Vichmer
Esprit
rushes
de
down
corps.
the precinct stairs, umbrella in hand. It's unopened. He doesn't seem pleased about the spring rain. On the bridge, officers Torsen and McLean are standing guard. Torsen wears jeans and a fishnet wife beater. Satellite officer Vichmer passes by, and the young man remarks to him,
"Where's your homo, homie?"
What?
Oh, that's me. Without my glasses on.
It's not like that. They're
Hey,
what
babe.
is called heterosexual life partners. They have a battle-tested relationship. A brother bond, if you will.
Huh? Yeah.
English person doing an American accent. Chester McLean.
Heterosexual life partners.
Funny apery. Male-centric workplace humor. Have you seen him?
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just... Judith went to his place and found the Monday mail unopened. I think he's still there. You didn't drink with him over the weekend, did you?
That would be irresponsible.
With that animal? Never again, man. What is he, still down there? In, south of the interchange? What was it?
Oh god, do I not remember the past? I'm not amnesiac, he just refuses. Because I have a dead child.
In Martinez. He's in Martinez.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
We can drown the past in the present with alcohol.
Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover.
Is that the point?
Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears. Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the Revolution. Doors leading down to Le Royaume. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Jesus fucking Christ. Motherfucker is the final thing to finish the thought.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I haven't got any money, you dickhead. Fucking hell, man. Hi, Orcish, you bastard. Me, this entire game is this. I can't even... Which one is it? Which button? This one? This one? This one. But I have to... Look. Jesus fucking Christ. I love how you're starting to speak in the writing style of the game. Yeah, it makes me not want to write my book anymore either, man. It makes me just go, fuck, man, this is the worst thing you've ever seen written down on a piece of paper. I hate seeing stuff that is better than my stuff because it makes me not want... Sometimes it can motivate me to want to be better, and sometimes it makes me go, why fucking bother? The best thing you've ever read is right there. Why would anyone ever want to read anything you have ever put on paper when they can read this? And how well... Why would you not want it to... It has to be like as good as this, and it's not. So fuck you. Scrap it all. Fuck everything. And it's the worst. And it's how I feel every Tuesday when I play in PB's fucking campaign, and then someone goes, "Hello, Brad. Really looking forward to your next campaign that you're going to run on Tables Glory." And I go, haha, well, I don't want to fucking run anything because I have to play in this fucking thing that's fucking great, and it's fucking... I have to fucking... What? I'm just going to play a stupid little game? Oh, you want to play a stupid little fucking game? A fucking piece of shit fucking crap shit game? Fuck this shitty game. The best I could possibly do. Look at this fucking thing. I shouldn't play this every day. Dude, I'm playing this and then immediately watching Station 11, and it is... I'm gonna kill myself in about 3 weeks. It's just... No one should be this deep in their own fucking thoughts for too long. It's fucking horrific. No one, you need to fucking watch that. I need to watch Bleach. I need to watch some Bleach filler. Quick. Someone quick put on some Bleach fucking filler. Jesus fucking Christ. You think this game got written in the first draft? I know, but that's not... We're not dealing with the fucking... Where is it? This? You think we're dealing with logic? You bastard. You piece of shit, Oliver. This is... There you go. There's this one. You piece of shit, Oliver. You think this is what we're dealing with, Oliver? You think this is what we're dealing with, Oliver? You fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. Flash of this. Flash of this. Flash of this. I don't know where it goes after this. This one? No. This one? No. It needs to be one of these normal ones. This. I could just click these while I'm speaking. Oh my god. People who can't... Do you ever struggle to express yourself? You should just get this like a fucking dog. That dog with the buttons. Hey, dog! What are you doing? I can hear him scratching, by the way. If you think I just randomly swung on him to attack him for no reason, he's been going... He scratches at the ground. That means that he wants to go outside. No, it doesn't. He does it... He doesn't do it when he's bored. He does it when he wants to lay down somewhere. Before, because I've had people do that to me before. They're like, "Oh, you don't treat him right. He means he wants to. He needs he's bored, and you don't give him enough stuff to do in the day." Which maybe is partially true when I'm working, but it's when he does it when he's going to sleep. But sometimes he just keeps doing stuff. He gets into a routine of just doing it for fucking ages, and all I can hear behind me is the fucking what is it called when you move into a house? Fuck, dude. This is why I can't do stand up. And you pay the first month rent, and my brain wants to call it a donation. Where is it? Which one is it? This one. Encyclopedia. The deposit. All I can hear is Merlin scratching up the deposit. It's just like he's just tearing up money. £20 notes. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, it's an ADHD trait if you do something once and you aren't perfect at it. But that's me, man. If I do something and I'm not immediately good at it, I never want to do it again. Which is pretty much me with writing. I'm like, this isn't good enough. This is not good enough. And even though you're going to go through it on a second draft, maybe even a third, probably a third, maybe a fourth, it will never be good enough because it wasn't good enough first try. If you have to do a second draft of something, you weren't good enough first time. You were not good enough. And I don't even want to know what that means or why I have that. It's not an ADHD trait in me. Everything's always a fucking PTSD trait. Probably just because my dad didn't like me and that fucking hurts. Let's carry on playing this fucking game, I guess. Is this his car?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Cupri Kinima.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from Oblivion.
Wait. Oh, that's what was pulling up?
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Hazel. The only comparison worth making, yesterday's you to today's you. No, I agree with you, but we're not dealing with the part of my brain that's logical and friendly. Okay? That part knows that. We're in here somewhere. We're in fucking here somewhere. We're in here somewhere. I'm getting better at not doing it, but Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm writing the fucking thing either way. But we'll see, man. If I'm not good at something immediately, one of the things as well is that I'm like, I haven't got time to get good at it. You know? Like I'm going to move in with Oliver for 6 months, and she's just going to make me do singing lessons once every day for half an hour. We're going to do singing lessons. And then at the end of the 6 months, if she isn't pregnant, she's going to move out. And then I will be able to sing a bit better because I will have gotten better at it, and then that way I won't have to fucking ruin everybody's I won't have to ruin everybody's day every single time I'm on the stream, and I'm just like, I just randomly will sit here and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. In the cabin, you're welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio, microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and a soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights? Oh yeah, we can look at our thing.
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Drills, you'll be Alfie Bow when I'm done. I have no idea who that is.
The
Doesn't
dashboard
bode well
lights
for me.
up with
Doesn't
orange
bow.
glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
It's fucking Christ. How many special people change? Make me sing like that. I'll just lean into bad singing until eventually it becomes something that no one else can do, and you have to honestly respect it. Liam Gallagher. Like, weirdly the worst voice ever, but no one else can do it. I do enjoy interviews where people go, you know, you can't sing, and he goes, you do it then. Do what I do, and no one can, and you just have to be like, you know what? Fair play. You're right. Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
Pull out
you just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Let me try and do this first. Let me stand here, and I can open
As you
the
hold
thing.
your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air.
Let me see.
Where are we on this? Let me see. He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Okay, what about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
Tens of them.
The last row has 3 perforations.
3?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all the holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM.
Oh.
They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
How many lives are living strange? There's probably a net in the book, lady. I thought that as well, maybe. "18 years of service. "18 years I've done this. Got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? Oh, what did you do before you volunteered? Yeah, I have no idea.
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases.
Huh.
Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So I was a fallen hero super cop. The music is correct. Dude, expressionism! So you're saying I used to be a super cop, I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right.
Humbo.
Those are your confirmed kills.
Kendrick.
You've got
Confirmed
kills.
That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
That's not too many. I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. Is now a good time to pour one out for the fallen? I'll go with that's not too many, considering we're in the absolute shithole of the world.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which
Yeah.
is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Where were you while we were getting high?
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her.
What's this breeder called? Oh, the police one. Connection to the station. High connection, even though I don't remember even being a cop.
Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it. There's no trace of guilt in his voice.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Slowly walking down the hall.
Yes.
Past the
not
line, a
me for him to state it,
cannonball.
However,
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
Gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs and alcohol.
it's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Okay.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Let's have a look. Where? This? I didn't. What even is that? Map. Oh, this here on the right. I see. Super Cop 1, Communist 1, Ultra Liberal 1, Good cop, bad cop 3. People killed 3. Cases solved 216. Years in service 18. And what is this? This is the completion of the where my house is. 61%. Right, because that's just ticking down in like real life. Thing. Where were you while we were getting high?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Someday you will find me.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something.
Comes out, crackles over the radio.
Caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky.
The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57.
PB.
Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. Ah, so tempting. 100% that is what I would do. Oh, God. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you. Actually, I know you probably think I would do this, even in real life, but I'm actually very professional when I need to be, and I'm very good. I can write a very good email. I'm very good at writing professional emails. Thank you very much. Okay? I'm very good at it. At writing a professional email. Thank you very much. And at the end of the day, it's not very funny, is it?
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murderer.
Of course.
Murder.
What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't God give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Wake up the dawn and ask her why. A dream, she never dies. Wipe that tear away now from your eye. Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Start stepping and marching rhythm on your thighs. Where were you while we were getting? He's trying to talk to me. We're getting high. Someday you will find me. Caught beneath the landslide.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Muggles. The only person I can think of that looks even vaguely blonde. I don't even know what Muggles' hair is like at the moment. She cut it a little while ago, and now I feel like it could be it could be anything. Because the last time I saw her, she looked like Jude, and now she looks like Jude, but also she had a ball cap on, and now I don't know what Muggles looks like because she wore a hat the last time I saw her, and I can't remember people's faces. Even though I have what was it called? Super face. Do you remember we did the face test and I was fucking unbelievably good at it and you guys didn't believe me? Once again, you were like, haha, Brad, you're fucking stupid and your eyes don't work, and then boom, I fucking proved you all wrong. And I had the super face, super califragilisticexpialidocious. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Super recognizer. I'm a super recognizer, remember? Do you remember that I'm a super recognizer? Because don't you forget it, motherfuckers.
You can hear resentment.
I'm special.
In her tone.
I'm unique.
She's
better.
not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Oh.
There is no resentment in her tone.
Huh.
She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Bro, what? Empathy, you can hear resentment. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. Immediately followed by electrochemistry. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out again, no question about it. Being a boy, dude. Exactly how it feels. The way that you just make up in your head that everyone wants to fuck you. And you're like, why did I feel like that? They don't. They don't feel like that. That's testosterone twisting my fucking brain chemistry around to make me feel that way because I have a biological responsibility to procreate. And it's fucking annoying. Get it out of my fucking brain. Keep my balls and my brain apart. Stop! Stop it! Sorry, everybody. I get very frustrated with the testosterone in my body because sometimes it's very useful, you know? When someone comes up and they're like, dickhead, dude, dickhead, I'll fucking lay you out. I go like this. Oh, yeah, you fucking what, mate? Fucking dick. You know, sometimes it's very useful. Someone comes to my house, tries to break in. It's a fucking home invasion. Guess what? I'm allowed to kill you and I'm going to use that time appropriately. It can be like an episode of Dexter. But then there's times where your dick goes, you should try and fuck that person. And I'm like, dude, no, bro. What the fuck, man? I really don't want to actually destroy this, you know, friendship or something. It's fucking annoying. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar?
You can hear her tense up.
Not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide. I don't give a shit because I am a cop. You are gonna tell me, and I don't care why. What do you mean you're not comfortable discussing it with me? I don't give a shit. I'm the fucking police. Sorry, everyone. I apologize. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'd like to apologize. Not only for the bad singing, but also because I don't like it when people don't answer questions when I ask them questions. And I'm in a perfectly... it's well within my rights to ask that question and they don't answer it. It annoys me because A, you're wasting my time. And B, I am the law. Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? I tried to fuck her, didn't I, the other night?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Me. Get away from whom?
You know whom.
Me.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in your words.
Oops. Oopsies. Man's done it. Man's cancelled. Man's cancelled. Oh, dude, imagine you don't know what you've done. Oh, no.
Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
You mean me? You needed to get away from me? I have to know, otherwise the paranoia will fucking kill me and eat me alive.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay? Maybe, I don't know.
Are you ever coming back to work?
I have to take some time off right now.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
What does the union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. Right, so she's like going like this. It's someone behind her and that's why she can't speak and I'm taking it. I'm paranoid.
You know...
What do you mean by that?
What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage.
Wait, Kim. Lower your microphone. Is she speaking the truth? The union is the law around here? I am the authority around here. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Tell me why here exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us. I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about. Is she... It's a limit to my authority then. Tell me, why did you let her corpse? I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the union. I'm sorry about that.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash?
No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse.
But you caught him on the counter. You put the clothes in the trash. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir.
Cool.
Clogging it completely.
Right.
After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
Okay.
I am sorry about that.
She threw it in the trash.
Anything else, detective?
You want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime? Playing the worst guy in the fucking world. Dude, I am this guy, but minus this part, I think. Thank God. Unless you're Oliver, or Annie, or Murgles, or Dee Dee, or PB, or Twiggy, or Leah, or Lux, or Lilies. I should not be playing this game. It makes me too introspective. The problem with being introspective is I don't like myself. Well, see ya.
You hear
I clicked the fucking button.
Of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Yes. Could you connect me with the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
Thank you. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greeting you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. Wax Steven.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Oh, I did imagine having a French accent. The embarrassment.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle.
Wait, we can see each other? Is a video call?
In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
It's not good.
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk to me. Just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Okay.
10-22 the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Boy.
Is it him? What does he want?
Oh, God. Oh, he's the captain. It's me. Me how I want to be. You know.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
Respected. Strong. Got his head together.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Oh, God.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
My name's Dick Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Wow, they all think I'm Dick Mullen, which is absolutely amazing.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yeah, look at that. I actually rolled high on Encyclopedia.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator, tell him to stop. This is serious. Haha, officer has lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can't we just move on? No, I would do this one, wouldn't I? Haha, so funny, really funny that someone lost their badge. Haha, how hysterical that is. Not even a joke.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen
Secretly
before
dying
him
inside
and
and
laughs
crying,
sarcastically.
pissing and shitting my pants.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Bro, keep dressing like that.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, tell him to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious.
Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Exactly the type of characters I love are all these characters in this. Flawed to shit, and being inside his head and experiencing how he's actually going through those feelings is the reason I love The Leftovers and Halt and Catch Fire, and I'm now glad that we spent so long talking about both of those shows at the beginning of this. Well, really it was me just kind of like rambling like an insane person, and probably no one even understood a single thing I was saying, but also that's one of these things coming up in here. That is a defensive protector. There's what my therapist calls them, protectors that come up and go, probably no one understood what you were saying anyway, because, you know, you were an idiot, and it's just to make me feel better, even though it doesn't really make me feel better, but it is in there to try and create some sort of shield so that I don't have to feel the horrible piercing of my ego as I get Mortal Kombat punched off of the fucking ledge and land on all those spikes at the bottom by what can only be described as both characters are me at the same time.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of this fucking guy.
What's going on?
I'm gonna try and beat the shit out of this fucking guy, Vulcan Raven.
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Enough with this now, I have another thing to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
I think I did, didn't I?
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
God, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We're
Convince
wondering
them
about your gun.
that
Over.
you didn't lose your gun. Drama medium 11. It's one of my lowest checks. Drama 1. Fuck, I should have put points into drama. But I'm a good liar. This sheet is wrong. I'm the best at lying, dude. I'd easily be able to convince them that I didn't lose my gun. And then I would spend the rest of my life looking for it. Say nothing or convince them. Fuck it. Hail Mary always wins on double sixes. Let's go double sixes.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun. Wow, literally me. Joe Biden'd his way through the fucking phone call.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for?
Yeah, boy.
Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
100%. This is me. I can only back myself up with absolutely over the top bravado.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
For starters, it's massive. Got flared cooling vents along the front and hydrogen flasks sticking out too. Kim, what are you packing? It's a gun. What can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know who they are. Bang bang. Trick question. I'm a martial artist. My entire body is one big gun. Look, I don't have it alright. I don't have my gun. I'd say this one. Massive cooling vents.
10-9, come again, please. Over.
It's got a magnetic accelerator and an arc that accelerates the energized ball of periwinkle blue hydrogen-based plasma to near light speed.
I'm going to need to put put you on speaker for a second.
In contact, it detonates with the power of a dying star, erasing everything from living existence. Oh, and did I mention it's dripping with sexy blue plasma?
The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind?
Yes, actually.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass, but he still got his wiener.
This voice actor is great.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
Yes, I lost my wiener too. I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night, boy.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
Okay then.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
Let's go. Fuck you, dickhead.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Hey, lads.
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
People that take it seriously. By the way, your mum isn't your mother. It's not the person who gave birth to you. When you say your mum, it's just this fucking completely separate fucking thing that lives in an alternate reality.
Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
If you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief in Vicar Mayer's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V.
Sure.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance?
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright.
I'm gonna buy a book,
that's
actually.
Negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation you grant me more money. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, I heard you, no funds. I don't beg.
Anything else, sir?
I don't beg for money. What do you think this is, the fucking Orcish stream? Jesus. Who do you think I am? Lollipop. G. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's that I think about? I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
We know he's not.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
I want to know if you got my badge's description right on your report. Could you repeat it to me? I'm looking for my address. Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Any news about my family? Have I ever told you about my life? They're gonna go crazy if I do anything. Any news about my family?
10. Excuse me, sir.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Yeah, it's alright, nothing.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. Over.
Fuck it.
Understood, sir.
That's over now.
Roger that.
See ya.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around communication officer Jules Oldboy Pidier. Around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
She asks, startled. Jean-Vic Mayer turns to her and says...
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good.
Partner?
He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Worst voice actor so far. Minnow looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There is a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
It's PB. The crowd in the room has started fidgeting and comfortably staring someone's on notice. Someone's
Mac,
trying to slip out.
man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Those were his words.
I've been there before. He sighs heavily and turns to address the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain.
I thought he was.
Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
I'll take the pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take the chain cutters.
The handles are long
I get
and
the feeling
sleek.
I'll need them all.
Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Take the hand-cranked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
We're done. Fucking hell, dude. We're done here. I can't do it. I can't play I can't play any more of it. I'll stop existing. It's undoing my entire personality, one fucking well-written line after another. Great game. I feel like I've done nothing in it. It's so long to get through anything. Like every single thing the game traces, every thought, action, response, reaction. It's wild and I really like it, but can't do any more of it because and that's us done for the day, baby. Thank you so much for tuning in to the stream. We're going to go and see Young Pumpkinberry now. I'll be back with more of this tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern USA time. And yeah, new game tomorrow. What? Don't forget to tune into Table Story tonight for Spellwind. And I'll see you guys upon the morrow. Peace out, boys. Bye.